Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Oakland Athletics at the Oakland Coliseum. On the mound for Detroit is Jack Morris, whose record is 2-1 with a 5.63 ERA. And pitching today for the A's is Mike Norris, whose record is 1-2 with a 3.31 ERA. And so I'm feeling a little day-to-day today. I'm not feeling at my best, but I'm tough. I'm going to walk it off. I'm going to power through this game as we gave up a grand slam, Jerry Uger, first grand salami of the season for either the Tigers or our opponents. So it was kind of exciting. We almost came back. We had the tying run on base in the ninth, and we couldn't pull it off. And so here we are, game two today, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I thought because I wasn't feeling so well today, instead of doing a deep dive on someone like one of the ball players, I thought it might be more fun if we covered some of the more freakish injuries that ball players have had over the last 5 or 6 years. So we're going to do that real quick, and then maybe you guys can tell me in the comments some of the other freak injuries by ball players that you might think are kind of funny. So at any rate, we have Jack Morris on the mound today. He did have a really good start in his last start. I think he went 8 innings and got the win. And all of our bullpen is available today. Taking a look at the lineup versus Norris, who's a righty. We have one change to the lineup. And no, I'm sorry. I did put Marty Castillo in there at catcher, but maybe I didn't save it. So at any rate, Marty Castillo will be doing the catching today as Parrish is struggling offensively and defensively. So we'll give him the day off, give him a little break. And let's go ahead and go down the Tigers lineup here. Batting leadoff and playing center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and DHing is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup and in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting fifth and playing first base is Jason Thompson. Batting sixth and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting seventh and catching today is Marty Castillo. Batting eighth and at third base is Wayne Gross. And batting ninth at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. On the mound for the A's is Mike Norris. Mike Norris, wow, he was 10-20 last year on this last place A's team. He pitched 231 innings, gave up 109 walks. He was very wild. Opponents only batted .245 against him, but with all those walks, his whip must have been pretty high. He's making his sixth start this season. He's 1-2, pitching much better, 3.31 ERA. Opponents batting .209, but look at the walk to strikeout ratio there. It's almost 2-1 in favor of walks. He does have 2 complete games, which is no surprise. Under Billy Martin, the A's pretty much blew out all of their arms. Here is the defensive alignment for the A's as they're defensively poor on the left side of the infield, and first base is not that great either. So let's go ahead and get started here. Here's Rickey Henderson leading off the game against Norris. And Rickey's going to pop it up on the infield right near second base. There's one down. Next up is Alan Trammell, 0 for 7 with 2 strikeouts versus Norris. And there's a base hit for Trammell, so he's just crushing it here in April. We're coming up to the end of the month, and if you're new to this series, at the end of every month I do a leaders video where you can see all the top leaders in all the different categories as Kirk Gibson pops out to shortstop. So we're going to try to steal second base, get Trammell into scoring position for Kemp. Oh, they pitched out, and Trammell was safe even with the pitch out as Ed Putman our former backup catcher to Parrish. Gives up that stolen base to Trammell. And then Kemp is going to hit a line drive to the left, and it's going to be caught. So, close but no cigar. And we go to the bottom half of the inning. Let's go ahead and do the A's lineup. Batting leadoff and in center field today is Rusty McNeely. Batting second and at shortstop is Tony Phillips. Batting third and at third base is Kevin Mitchell. Batting cleanup and catching is Ed Putman. Batting fifth and in left field is Tony Brewer. Batting sixth and at first base is Royal Stillman. Batting seventh and in right field is Rusty Torres. Batting eighth and DHing today is Glenn Burke. And batting ninth, playing second base, is Mike Edwards. How many times do you see two Rustys in the same lineup? Rusty McNeely and Rusty Torres. And here's Jack. We talked about him a minute ago, making his sixth start. He's 2-1, 5.63 ERA, very high. He had a couple really rough starts. He almost has his strikeouts to walks equal. It was way ahead in the walks. So he's coming back around. He did have that really good start where he went 7 2/3 innings. And he gave up 4 runs, but it was good enough to get the win. So hopefully we can build on that today. So as I mentioned, I'm not feeling very good today. I actually called in sick to work, essentially. And so I'm going to give you a quick rundown of some of the more amusing injuries of the last few years. Last season, Jose Quintana, he cut his thumb doing the dishes, and he cost him the first month of the season. In 2019, Hunter Strickland, he dropped a barbell on his face, and he broke his nose. This one you might remember in 2019 also. Carlos Correa, he had a broken rib from getting a massage, and he missed a huge chunk of the season. In 2019, Blake Snell, he dropped a granite stand on his foot, breaking his toe. Also in 2019, Sal Perez, he tore his MCL carrying luggage up the stairs. And then we all remember in 2016 when Trevor Bauer, heading into the playoffs for the Indians, he cut his finger on a drone that he had just bought. And I'll never forget that image of him trying to pitch and the blood just running down his hand onto the baseball. And finally they had to pull him out. So those are some of the ones that I just made a note of, showing you that I'm just as tough as they are. I actually may be tougher because I showed up today. So, yeah, feel free in the comments to leave some of your favorite injuries by a major league player. As Morris starts off by walking Rusty McNeely. So that's not the way we want to start this game, as McNeely steals second base. He's got above average speed. And so Castillo, in there for defensive purposes today, gives up a stolen base. Morris comes back and gets Phillips, strikes him out. There's one down. Next up is Kevin Mitchell. And there you go. Mitchell gets a base hit to center field. That should score McNeely. It does. Kevin Mitchell tried to go for second, and Ricky Henderson gunned him down at second base. So the A's take a early 1-0 lead here with 2 down. Ed Putman, he hits it into the right center field bleachers. So a little revenge there for Putman, his second home run on the season. And it's 2-0 as Putman gets a home run against his former battery mate. Tony Brewer, he's going to strike out to end the inning. It's 2-0 A's, as Jason Thompson will lead off the second. He gets a ground ball to second base. There's one down. With one out, here's Gary Hancock. He had the day off yesterday. And he hits a fly ball to center field. There's the second out. It's going to leave it up to Marty Castillo. Hey, there we go. There's a base hit to left. And do we want to go for two? I'm going to say no. So Castillo remains on first base. Wayne Gross is up next. Wild pitch gets Castillo to second. Here's an opportunity for a RBI, runner in scoring position, and Gross walks. So it's going to be first and second for Lou Whitaker, batting .204 on the season. Not so sweet. And he pulls it right to first base, and the play is made by Royal Stillman. So we go to the bottom of the second. Here's Royal Stillman leading off against Morris. I don't think I've mentioned this in yesterday's game, but Stillman, as he flies out to right, I remember he had a 2-home run game against Detroit last year, and he only hit 7 for the whole season, as the other Rusty Torres, gets a base hit up the middle. That's 3 hits against Morris. With one down, Torres on first. Glenn Burke getting a spot start today at DH, pops it up to Whitaker. That's the second out. And with 2 down, Morris throws a wild pitch. So it's a 1-0 count as Torres moves up to second base. And Edwards hits a line drive right at Gross, and that'll do it for the inning. We go to the top of the third. Still 2-0. We're back to Ricky Henderson. And, oh man, I thought he had a base hit through the left side. Instead, he grounds out. That's 1 down. Next up is Trammell. He's popping it up on the infield. Caught by Stillman for the second out. It's going to leave it up to Gibby. Gibby walks. And I would normally try to steal with Gibson here, but I think we're going to let Kemp swing away. And he hits it into left center field, almost to the warning track, but it's going to be chased down for the third out. We go to the bottom of the third. Rusty McNeely leading off the inning. He hits a ground ball to Gross. That's the first out. Next up is Tony Phillips. He hits a lazy fly ball to center. Henderson makes the catch. 2 down for Kevin Mitchell, and he's going to hit a fly ball into left center field. Caught by Kemp. So a 1-2-3 inning for Morris. We're going to the fourth inning. Here's JT. Thompson gets a base hit. Does it get him above 200? It does, so he's over 200. As we've been playing him a lot versus lefties so far, and I think that's what is driving his batting average down, because last year he didn't do that, although he did get off to an equally slow start. So we attempted to hit and run with Hancock as he grounds out, but Thompson does move up. So with 1 down, Thompson on second. Castillo pops it up into foul ground. Caught by Mitchell at third. So 2 down for Wayne Gross, and Gross walks for the second time. So first and second, 2 outs for Sweet Lou, and Lou hits a ground ball to short, and that'll end the inning. So we're wasting a lot of opportunities, leaving runners on base. Putman, who had a home run his first time through the order, hits a ground ball to short. That's 1 down. Next up is Tony Brewer. He flies out to right. We're kind of moving right along here as Royal Stillman steps in. He gets a base hit to right. That is the 4th hit given up by Morris. And the switch hitter Torres strikes out. That's 3 Ks for Jack. And we go to the top of the 5th. Still 2-0. Tigers can't get anything going. Henderson grounds out to second. That's 1 down. Trammell hits a line drive caught by Stillman. And with 2 outs, it's going to be up to Gibby. And he strikes out swinging, so Norris is totally in control right now. And Morris has been pretty strong since the first. As Glenn Burke leads off by hitting a ground ball to Jack, and Jack commits an error. So our terrible defense continues as Morris commits that error, and then a stolen base by Burke brings him into scoring position. Going to bring the outfield in. Edwards hits a fly ball to center. It's caught by Henderson, but Burke, takes third base. And we can't afford to give up another run the way we've been hitting. So we're going to pull the infield in, and Morris throws the second wild pitch of the game. So that run was going to score no matter what. So one down, 1 run in. And Rusty McNeely hits a fly ball to right center field. That is the second out. And Tony Phillips strikes out. So the A's get another run. It is 3-0. 7 hits combined. We're going to flip it over to the in-game stats. Not that there's anything to see here. I don't know if it's the player of the game so far, Wayne Gross, with his 2 walks. I don't know. Guess we'll see how it plays out as Kemp leads off. And he's going to fly out to left center field. That's 1 out. Here's JT. He's got 1 of the 3 hits today. And this time he hits it right back to Norris. That's 2 down. Norris walks Gary Hancock, who we talked about, I guess, 2 days ago, mentioning that Hancock doesn't walk very much, but I think he's more than halfway to his season total last year. Yeah, he's got 5 walks this season in 100 plate appearances, basically. And last year he had 10 total. So he's got a better eye this year, I guess. So Hancock's on first for Marty Castillo, and Castillo strikes out. So he's having a terrible game today in place of Parrish. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 A's. Kevin Mitchell leading off. And Mitchell pops it up to second. And there's the first out. Ed Putman is up next. He flips it into center field, and Henderson makes the play. That's 2 down. And then Morris walks Brewer. That is his 3rd walk today. With 2 down, Royal Stillman steps in, and he hits a ground ball to Trammell. And that will end the 6th. We go to the 7th. Wayne Gross, let's see if we can get his 3rd walk. Nope, he's going to flip it to left. 1 down. Next up is Sweet Lou. Lou strikes out. Man, how is he so bad? So 2 down for Ricky Henderson, and Henderson's going to fly out to center field. When was the last time we had a hit in this game? Was it like the 3rd or the 4th? So here we are in the bottom of the 7th. Morris still pitching all right. As I say that, he gives up another hit to Torres. So Torres is 2 for 3 today. Morris strikes out Glenn Burke. There's the first out. So 1 down from Mike Edwards. Edwards hits a ground ball to Whitaker. Is that 2? That ends the inning. So we go to the 8th, and we've got nothing going on. You know what we're going to do? We got some shitty infielders here. We're going to try to have Trammell bunt for a hit. His rating for bunting is a 90. So this is the first time you're going to see me do this. I typically don't, and he strikes out somehow. So I guess that doesn't matter to do that. That's the fourth K for Norris. As Gibby gets a base hit to the left, he stays hot, really, as Norris is over 100 pitches and now officially tired. So let's see if we can start doing some damage as Kemp walks. So first and second for JT, one swing away from tying this game. Oh no, ground ball to first. Yep. So a double play there by Thompson. And we go to the bottom of the eighth. Rusty McNeely, he's a lefty, but Morris deserves an opportunity to try to get through this inning. As McNeely hits a ground ball to short. One down for Tony Phillips. Phillips hits a ground ball to short. Back-to-back plays made by Tony Phillips. Tony Phillips by Alan Trammell. And Mitchell hits a fly ball to left center field, caught on the warning track. See, I told you, I'm not feeling good today. I don't know what team is batting. But I do know we're down to our last at-bats, and we're going to let Hancock swing away. I don't know about Castillo yet. Oh, man, he had ball 4 right there. Oh, it's an error anyway. I mean, maybe that was a strike. But error by Mitchell. That puts Hancock at first. Castillo is batting .429. Let's see. Who do we have on the bench? I mean, really only Omar Marino as a lefty. And he is batting .375. So, okay, we're going to do it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? He's not going to hit a home run. And a home run wouldn't make a difference anyway. So we're going to hit and run with Omar. And he pops it up. There we go. The shortstop, Phillips, makes the play on the outfield grass. So one down, Hancock at first. Oh, wow. Gross, did he do it? 460 feet. A 2-run shot. And there goes the shutout. As that is the second home run. Yeah, it's 2 home runs for Gross this season. And the closer, Ernie Camacho, is into the game with Sweet Lou up to the plate. He pulls it to right, caught on a line for the second out, and that's going to leave it up to Ricky to keep it alive. 3-1. Oh, no, come on. And we lose another close one, 3-2. They always do that. They'll tease you in the ninth. We lose that one 3-2, and at least we're bringing our team ERA down. So there's no trade offers. We'll take a look at the standings. There's the National League popping up already. Well, Houston is caught up to Cincinnati and tied them for the lead in the West, the National League West. We're back to 6 games. We lost 5 in a row. We won 5 in a row, and now we've lost 3 in a row. So we are streaky, and California is still playing pretty well. Take a look at the transactions. Nothing major. A couple injuries. One to Frank Sweet Music Viola and Gene Garber. All right, we'll pull up the box score. We'll get out of here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I'm going to try to feel better. I'm going to get this game loaded and then maybe lay down for a couple minutes. As it's drawing it out by taking so long to load up the screen. Any second, who's the player of the game? I don't even know. I mean, do we give it to Wayne Gross for 2 walks and a 2-run shot? Really the only contribution. As Jack Morris does pitch a complete game, getting his second loss on the season. He pitched pretty solidly. I think we're going to give it to Wayne Gross as he got a second home run on the season. So Mike Norris gets the win. He's also 2-2. Camacho gets his 3rd save. Ed Putman gets a little revenge on being traded to the A's. with his second home run. That's going to do it. We'll be back tomorrow with Game 3 of the season, and then after Game 3, we will have our end of the month of April standings and leaders video. Okay, we'll see you then. Have a good night.